mother shuckers to Tennessee's. Uh, so before we start, I just rewatched some of my Echo videos. The Jenna ones where I was a pussy because of Chilpa. Um, I don't think I've heard girls scream that high pitched. Wow. Anyway, my voice work in that was actually pretty good. Listening to it, I'm actually impressed. It's nowhere near as good as what I do with like the end of TD's routing, but like still pretty good. Anyway, let's get back into this. I guess I should tell you that it's 10:32 a.m. Okay, let's get back into this. I hear a knock on the door first thing in the morning when I prepare to leave for school. Oh, what is he wearing? Anarchy, there's someone at the door. My younger brother shouts out groggily from the bathroom. Come in. Make sure to be loud enough so whoever is outside can hear me as well. Who is... Soichi. Morning. Soichi smiles at me, his tail wagging. Okay. I love him. Soichi, what are you doing here? I wanted to go to school with you. Got a problem with that? No, not at all. I'm just surprised. We stopped walking to school together because you were always so busy. Yeah, I know, but my entire schedule for the next 2 days ended up being clean by happenstance, so I decided to use this break to come here. Really, what happened? There was a bug problem going on with the volleyball courts, so they had to be sealed off and fumigated, so it'll be out of order for the day. And some of the new student council members took away a bunch of my assignments, saying that I needed a break. I didn't agree to it, but they kicked me out of the room nonetheless. This is probably the freest I've been since I joined high school. To be quite honest, I'm not sure what to do with myself. Well, that's pretty unexpected. But if you're dissatisfied with something, I can just go to school on my own. Soichi pouts and turns away from me. Sorry, I'm super excited, see? My arm's in some sort of dance-like sequence. Soichi starts laughing. What the hell are you doing? I was just joking. How should I have known that? Shit, I can feel my face getting hot. Good lord. This dude is fucking awful. Come on, you know me for years. How can you not have noticed I was joking? I'm still sleepy. Give me a break. Hey, if I wait for you to be fully awake, I'd be waiting forever. I'm not sleepy all the time, jackass. No, really? When are you not? When I'm asleep? See? Oh, shut up. I swear, these two have such cute interactions. Someone up here shoes and go back next to the door. Okay, man, now, make sure you lock the doors when you leave. See a little arm waving at me from the door. Aight. Really? Fucking aight. Ew. So you and I began to walk to school. Man, it's been so long since we did this. 2 years, was it? It was nice to have someone to talk to on the way over. It's nostalgic somehow. By the way, what exactly happened with your counselor? Remember telling me last week that your duties were at nightmare status. My new vice president found out I've been hiding paperwork from them and took it from me to divide amongst the members. You've been hoarding work? I love the expression art. It's so good. I like my work with the CS. What's wrong with that? You're gonna go... oh my god, do I have to explain how bad it is to overwork yourself? My god. Like, I get that it's because of some things that with this I shouldn't say anything, that's a spoiler. Other than the weirdest case of addiction I've ever seen, nothing. Still, you're doing way too much. I guess next time you blow off hanging out with me, I'll consult your VP about it. Jeez, what a tattletale. Swish's hand brushes on mine as we keep walking. Nah, sorry. I don't ever tell you, my mother's remarrying next year. Apparently she met this... His hand brushes mine again. Sorry. Anyway, she met a guy at work meeting last year, and they've been going out ever since. Isn't it great? Look at that, you're gonna have a new dad. I'm too old to have a new dad. Just think of him as some guy my mom is... Sam brushed up against mine for the third time. Sorry. What are you being so conscious of me for? It's creepy. jeez, I have at least an inkling of respect for personal. No, you don't. Oh, that's great. I know. That's great. No, you don't. You don't even know what the definition of it is. Do you have that little faith in me? Yes. Faith in you? Are you kidding? Alright, I get it. I'm just being a bother, aren't I? Maybe I should just get. I'm not falling for that one again. Boo. Seem to be conspiracy today. Well, I am a little pissed but they wrestled control of the SC from me, but it does feel good to have a free day, though. Suddenly you have so much time. That is the definition of a free day, yes? Well, aren't you funny? I'm just trying to say that I don't have any idea what to do with myself. Why hang out with someone? I don't really have any friends outside you guys, and you're all busy with your own clubs. June isn't. Yes, he is. June-kun is practicing for the piano competition next week. Wait, what? Didn't he tell you that already? Wait, I think he told me that sometime last week. Ah. It seems he's not the only airhead around here, huh? Shut it, things have been very hectic lately. You can't expect me to remember every little thing. Sure, I guess. Gonna watch him? Yeah, I'm planning to make it a surprise. Sayana Rishihara coming too. What? How many people know about it? Everyone but you, it seems. And after I told him we'd all be going, how disappointed he'll be when he realizes you won't be there. Cut it, Pinocchio. You just told me he doesn't know you're going yet. Oh, I was found out then. Give me a break. Suichi chuckles. His tail's unusually lively this morning, going back and forth like a feather duster. That's an interesting analogy. Okay, yeah, I think I know the reason why he's so excited, dude. And you're just not picking up on it because you're very not good at reading the room. Suichi stretched a little while walking. So good to be able to enjoy a quiet morning. Maybe you should take that aside and cut back on all your responsibilities. Let's not get too crazy, okay? Oh, I'm pretty sure between the two of us, I'm not the crazy one. Yeah, no shit. Although you're not exactly a saint either, that's for damn sure. I prefer being called enthusiastic. And I'd prefer if my friend were a giant workaholic. You can't always get what you want indeed. I'm not a workaholic. Start counting on my fingers. Student council, volleyball club, class president, private tutor, cram school, college prep. Okay, I got the message. Please stop. I can always stomach churn just thinking about it. I'm surprised you have a stress-related breakdown already, or at least an ulcer. I'm not stressed. Well, maybe a little. Still, I like doing what I do. Wouldn't hurt to delegate some tasks, though. You keep trying to do everything on your own. At least when you're working on the club and the council, you can rely on other people to do some of the more time-consuming stuff. I'm not sure if I'm okay with it. You're a control freak, you know that, right? Rude? I swear, I don't know. It's insane how many different sprites there are. That literally just change the face. It's I love it. Though I suppose you might be right. Just a little, though. You know I'm right. Yeah, got off my tail. Whoever pretends to be annoyed, I know better. His tail doesn't stop wagging so we left the house. Okay. The girl comes running towards Suichi. I'm sorry, we had some trouble with the student council paperwork. We tried calling your phone, but you didn't answer. Huh? Suichi pulled his phone from his pocket upon trying to use it. It doesn't light up. It didn't charge? Crap, I must have forgotten to put it on the charger when I went to sleep. What papers are you having problems with? The school festival papers. I should have known this was the budget forms, or it was a pain in the ass to deal with. Sorry, Eric, so it seems I'll be able to spend the morning with you after all. Don't worry about it. Go on, go deal with it before you have an aneurysm. Thanks. I don't think you can get an aneurysm from stress, but okay? I don't know. I don't know any medical type shit. I mean, I do because I take intro to healthcare class, but nothing about that type shit, nah. It was just like basics, obviously. Suichi runs away, the girl following behind him. Watches his back fades from my view. Guess I'll just wait in class until the bell rings. Why is it always that? I don't understand. I've said that like in every video at this point. I need to stop. The sound of the bell snaps me out of my days. Get the feeling this has been happening a lot lately. Last week I had an excuse for it given the overtraining. Now, though... Hey, Alexander, you headed to practice today? Jin approaches me with a big smile, his back hanging from his shoulder. I have to. Practice is daily, after all. Really? Michiguchi-san said you should skip practice a lot, though. Of course she did. By the way, June, aren't you going to take part in the competition soon? I watch his excitement drain in a second as his whole body sighs. Shoot, hold yourself together. June starts taking deep, rhythmical breaths. Repeating this a few times seems to relax him a bit. What's with that reaction? There's something going on I should know about? No, it's not that. It's just... I'm a little nervous about it, that's all. That's true. You did tell me 10 of years until last split in front of the people. June nods meekly. Yeah, it's about 7 years to my last competition. Damn, that's a lot of time. Why'd the big break in your career? Well, I had some family issues to deal with. See, still, it's a good thing that you decided to get back to it. You really look very happy when you're playing the piano. I really enjoy watching you. My words make him pause as he takes a step back and stares at me with awe. I'm glad you think so. There's the I know. How many songs are you performing next week? 2. Saint Cian's Allegro Pascianto, and... You don't have to tell me the names. I won't know what you're talking about anyway. Yeah, sorry. Are those songs harder than the one I heard you play? Yes. Moonlight Sonata. I love that one. Honestly, classical music is so fun. It's just so... I've said this to people before, but classical music was the rock music of the time. The one you heard, that was Moonlight Sonata 3rd Movement. I'll just nod and pretend I know the name. Really? Really, dude? You're that dumb? They're easier songs, at least on the technical aspect, but... What, you need something on the technique? Well, no, not really. Then you're worrying over nothing. I suppose I think that's a bit of a not true thing, but okay. I feel like, yes, you need to know this technique, but you also need to know how to get into it more than just the technical stuff, because if it's just you need to put passion into it, is what I'm saying. If you just do it verbatim, it's not going to be good. I'm sure it's an amazing piece, but still, you have to put your own passion into it. Well, I'm heading over to the music room to practice. They let you do it with a supervisor? Sure, I've been doing it every day since I transferred here. I guess just dropping by more often. See you tomorrow. See ya. Guess I should go in too. Probably should attend practice more often. I don't want June thinking I'm feeling kind of lazy, but Roy's gonna leave my classroom and bump into someone that's trying to go in and we both fall to the floor. Dad, what are you? Oh. It's the best boy. Keisuke is rubbing his backside with a pained expression. At least look where you're... Ah! As soon as you lock eyes, he trails off. They get up and offer him a helping hand. Sorry about that, I was distracted. He dusts himself off with his hands. It's fine, I was looking for you anyway. Couldn't you just wait for me at the courts? That's exactly what I came over to tell you. I've talked to Coach. Practice has been cancelled today. What? Why? Apparently they were supposed to fumigate the volleyball court today and did a bad job of isolating it. Now the whole building needs to be fumigated. Coach said it should be finished by Wednesday. You're kidding, we can't have a 2-day break in practice. Don't yell at me, I'm just a messenger. Sorry. Oh, come on, this is the one time I'm actually excited to practice. We'll just have to find something else to do now. I think Mizuguchi-senpai said she's going to try and pick up a few more shifts at the cafe. What are you planning to do? Hey, come on, don't look so surprised I'm showing interest in you. Practice. Practice? How? Do you have a tennis court at home or something? I do, but that's not what I'm going to practice. Then what are you going to practice? Don't tell me you're practicing drawing for the manga club. No. No, I never intended to draw. I'm only in the manga club because I enjoyed reading it. Anyway, given this is the message delivered, I'm going home now. See you tomorrow. I don't know what voice I should give him because I can't. The deep one is a bit hard to do for a long time. So, you know. But that let him get another word in. Keikun turns around and walks out. Damn, he can pretty intense sometimes. There's no practice today, huh? What should I do? Oh, my first choice. Okay, so watch June practice. Look for Suichi or Tyler of Keikun. Nothing really comes from these choices, I don't think, until you'd actually do the route choice, so it's not really that big of a deal. But, I want to do June. I think I'll go look for June. Not only because I feel like it, because someone who's watching these videos likes June the most, so I want to give that person more June content, so you're welcome, dude. I left for the music room not long ago. I'll probably catch him just as he's starting his routine. Can't deny that I'm interested. Last time I saw him play, I felt almost it was calling out to me. I was completely drawn to his music. Before I even finished debating it with myself, I realized I'm already walking toward the music room. As I come close to the music room, I start hearing the sound of the piano, echoing through the hallway. Oh yeah, this one. I know this one. Just like last time, the sound of the piano draws me in. Feels like I'm being called, lured in by a mesmerizing tune. There he is again. Oh my god. I go in as quietly as I can, trying to disturb June's voice. I want to leave you last time. I exercise all of my self-control and stay in the background, watching from a distance. Jesus Christ, he's talented. I watched Shun rocking his body back and forth to the melody, gently playing the keys. His hands are moving like a blur. My eyes can barely keep up with his fingers. His brows are furrowed as he continuously hammers the keys. Just like last time, his eyes closed. How can he even play the piano like that? It's terrifying how hard he can concentrate when he wants to. It certainly doesn't seem like the same guy who constantly spaces out even when being talked to. But then again, who am I to complain about that? Eventually I notice something strikes me as odd. June is panting a lot as if he's having difficulty breathing. He slows down, hunching over the piano. Something is definitely wrong. He's gritting his teeth as if he's in pain. His tail starts flicking randomly, almost thrashing. I instinctively move towards him, slowly at first. Oh no. I forgot about this for a second, and then it came back. His fucking heart disease. He's wheezing painfully whilst clutching his chest. You can tell just from the sounds he's making that he's struggling to breathe. June! For the rest of the distance to flash, rushing to support him. Who? Alex-san! His eyes are completely unfocused. I can tell whenever a new wave of pain shoots up because I groan, his eyes squeezing shut. What's going on? What should I do? Do you want me to call the school doctor? June grabs my arm with his other hand, squeezing me hard. No, it's fine. I just need some rest. He's smiling? No, don't look at me like that. Don't smile when you're in pain. This is wrong. Just shortness of breath. This doesn't look like shortness of breath. Does your chest hurt? The answer should be obvious, and yet my panic without knowing what to do. It's the only thing that rolls out of my tongue. He shakes his head, mounting a mute no. Shortness of breath, it's fine. His voice is coming out clear. His tensed-up body begins to relax little by little as he takes deeper breaths. Slowly lets go of my arm and readjusts himself on this chair. I can see his face twitch every now and then as if a new wave of pain came every few seconds, and he was doing his best to mask it. What are you doing here, Alex-san? That doesn't matter right now. What happened? Are you alright? He tries laughing it off, but his voice is weak. He flinches and reaches for his chest again. Catches himself doing it halfway, though, and stops. I'm fine. This isn't new for me. Are you saying this has happened before? Come on, I'm taking you to the school doctor. June pushes my arm away and shakes his head in negative. There's no need, I'm fine. I'm already seeing a doctor for it. This is weird. He usually goes along with everything we do or say. Why is he suddenly being so stubborn? Really, what happened? What do you have? He stutters. It's not a disease or anything. It's just weak constitution, that's all. As we're trying to prove his point, June takes a few more deep breaths, readjusting himself and staying upright. Weak constitution. You expect me to believe you had a bout of chest pain from weak constitution. June, chest pains are serious. It's chronic. I've had it since I was a kid. It's no problem. It happens every now and then. I just have to bear it when it does. Really, you don't need to worry. He's usually so mild. He goes along with anything I say or ask him to do. Why is he being so stubborn all of a sudden? I don't understand. Unable to come up with anything else to say, I'm really relent. Alright, fine. I'll believe you for now, but at least come with me to the school doctor to get yourself checked out. Reach my hand toward his shoulder and get up. No! June slaps away my hand that was reaching towards him. He then gasps. I'm sorry. Immediately bows and apologizes. Jesus Christ, I hate this. You don't have to put an act to... My God. I'll go after I'm finished here. I really need to practice more. I still haven't gotten to the songs comfortably down. I only have 1 week till the competition. Have you ever thought about the stress it might be doing to you? Come on, it won't take 10 minutes to get you checked out. If there's nothing wrong, doctor will sign you out and you'll be able to get back to practice. Alright, I'll go. June reluctantly gets up. Immediately grab his wrist and almost dread in the doctor's office where he's trying to change his mind. Well, everything seems fine to me. Good thing we came here after class. There was anyone waiting for a consult, so you were able to get in immediately. Doctor does a few quick tests, checking June's heart rate, temperature, and the like. No signs of fever or mucus. Your heart seems to be doing fine as well. Set up for me so I can check your breathing. Doctor pushes his stethoscope against June's bare chest and moves it around for a bit. It's cold. June almost shoots out of the chair when the stethoscope touches him. Yes, it was already cold last time. It's not going to magically be warm this time. Sorry. School's doctor is a very humorous person. Unfortunately, he seemed to have picked the one guy who doesn't understand the concept of teasing. No abnormal sounds in either of the lungs. Take a deep breath. June does as instructed. Yes, well, everything seems to be the same as always, Kobayashi-kun. I sigh relieved to the good news, but for some reason, when I look over at June, he doesn't seem happy. Then I'll get back to practice. Not so fast. I said there was nothing out of the ordinary, but I can't let you overexert yourself. When was the last time you got some actual rest? I guess you've been playing every time you have free time, haven't you? But... Kobayashi, do remember that I have access to your records. He picks up a rather large file from his desk and waves it around for effect. Alright. The doctor turns to look at me, so study me for a while. Michimiya-kun, since you're already here, would you mind doing me a favor? I have a few files that need to be taken to the faculty office. Could you do it for me? What, me? It will only take a second. I'll just have a word with Kobayashi and send him on his way. We'll be done by the time you come back. Okay, I'll do it. Thank you. He points to a box in the corner of the room. Pick it up and start leaving the office. June, wait for me, okay? He nods. Takes a little longer to get things done than I imagined it would. Everything was going fine until he got held back by Katsuguri-sensei for another round of lectures. Crazy old hag. See Jun sitting by the doctor's office, kicking up some dust at the floor. When I look at his face, I see a look that I've never seen him make before. It's nothing. His face is blank. It's weird. Bad news, I take it? He jumps in surprise when I start talking. I guess he didn't notice me approaching. He takes a few moments to compose himself, then looking down at the floor again, he stammers a few words. I'm not allowed to touch piano for the rest of the day. He called my parents and they told me to go straight home. You couldn't have left me alone, could you? Wait, he's getting angry at me? I was trying to take care of him. I'm an athlete. I'm an athlete. I take health issues seriously. He keeps glaring at me, except this to make sure not to back down. If the doctor wanted him to abstain from practice for the rest of the day, I'm sure it can't have been nothing. Eventually, Jun backs down. He leans against a wall, crossing his arms and looking down at the floor. I guess you're right. It's not fair that I blame you for it. What are you gonna do now? What's there for me to do? I have to go home now. My parents won't be home for a couple hours yet, so I'll just have to wait for them alone. Nothing better to do. What do you usually do to pass the time? He looks me in the eye. Piano? Oh. He leans back against the wall again, now with his eyes closed. I guess I'll just go to sleep and wait for the time to pass. Don't you have some games you can play? I've already played all the ones I have, over and over. There really isn't much left for me to do with the gaming system. It's really old, too. Do you actually have to go home? Will your parents be satisfied if you just leave school and avoid playing the piano? No, they want me somewhere they can keep an eye on me. It's too bad. I was hoping we could hang out. You want to spend the day with me? Wait, why aren't you at practice? Pulled back a snicker. It took you this long to notice it? Geez, you really need to be a little aware of your surroundings, Jun. I chuckled before even noticing I'm petting Jun's head. My sudden touch catches my surprise and he freezes. Honestly, I surprised myself too. Something with my hand, though I don't take it off his head. It feels pleasant somehow. As if he's this cute little thing. Okay, no. The reaction to move away is delayed by a few seconds. The scratch on my cheek, looking away in embarrassment. Sorry, I didn't think. Look at him from the corner of my eyes. Bless you, peripheral vision, and see Jun with his eyes glued to the floor. It's fine, I don't mind. We stand there in silence. Crap, the mood is too awkward. Why didn't you go to practice? They seem to be fumigating our court today, so practice had to be cancelled. I see. Can't think of anything to say. Think, damn it. Look over to Jun, who's standing stiff, fiddling with his fingers. Do you want to come over to my house? Huh? You said you want to go there, right? Then why not come over to my place? You'd be okay with that? He looks down on the floor again. I'd like it if you'd come. I can't help but feel a little embarrassed myself. Crap, what am I being so conscious for? Alright then, don't mind if I do. I swear this is like hard to do without a drink. I mean, I have one, but still. Let's get going then. Starts walking ahead in excitement. This constant mood whiplash is starting to give me neck pain. Well, it doesn't really matter. At least I can keep company right now. I don't know why, but I just feel as if I should let him be alone right now. What the fuck? Hello. Stupid fucking phone. Guess I didn't turn out my alarm when I woke up. We take a long walk filled with awkward silence. I guess Jun's enthusiasm died again when he noticed we were walking home alone. My uncalled for touching probably freaked him out a bit. God, am I turning Soichi? We found there what I assume is his place. It's a lot different from what I expected. The house itself is a lot smaller than all the others around, and the entire exterior is made of what is seemingly old wood. It gives me an impression that this isn't the most stable of houses. I know this neighborhood isn't very new. Most of the houses have been renovated and had their exteriors redone. It's down right now. Jun's house is probably the oldest in the street. Jun locks the door and opens it. Please come in. First thing I notice when I walk in is how organized the whole place is. Completely spotless. Everything looks like it's been meticulously organized and not a speck of dust anywhere. Sorry about the mess. Please feel right at home. You call this a mess? You wouldn't even consider my house to be livable then. How would that be possible? You live there, don't you? Yes, I live there, but... He shoots me a quizzical look. The joke's gone completely over his head. Jun takes off his shoes and lays them down in a small shoe cabinet next to the door, so I to imitate him. No, it's not polite to pry, but I walk around the living room, looking over the whole place in complete awe. Even the outside looks a bit old, the inside is actually quite cozy. This is a nice place. Oh, I see a piano in the far corner of it. Is that what he uses to practice? Oh, you had a soundproof room for it. He follows my gaze and eyes come to rest on the piano. Just looking at the piano has his expression soften, as if just being near is enough to make him relax. We don't really have any rooms in the house that we could convert into a soundproof room. Also, soundproofing is kind of expensive. Is it? I had no idea. Jun gently strokes the keys of his piano, looking down at them with visible affection. He must be exercising every amount of self-control he has to keep himself from sitting down and playing it. I should probably keep him distracted from it. You said earlier you played all the games you had. Can I see your gaming console? Well, I seem to have snapped back to reality. I'm gonna make the same joke every time. Oh boy. It's in my room now. Follow me. He gets through a tight corridor leading to a single door. So this bedroom on the first floor? Oh wait, could you wait here for a bit? I don't like wearing the uniform too long. It's kind of tight. Oh, sure. Actually, you don't mind. I'd use your bathroom and get changed too. Since you're gonna do it, then I might as well too. Sure, it's right around that door. He points down the hall to a wooden door with the letters WC glued to it. WC? It's something my mom put there. It's supposed to mean something, but I have no idea what. She thought it would look nice. Anyway, I'm gonna get changed. I'll be back in a bit. Alright. His keyblade shirt again. Once we walk in, Jun flicks the light switch on, revealing a small, albeit neatly organized. That does not look neatly organized. True. Simple bed was pushed up against the far wall. There were also a few bookshelves with books and a small table with a TV on top of it. He also had an old ratty-looking wooden closet right next to the door. Wow, I didn't expect you were going to be so organized. Yeah, we don't have much space. We have to organize as best as we can to make everything fit. Well, you're definitely doing a good job of it. My room isn't nearly as organized, and I'm not a messy person. Jun giggles, his voice as he laughs is bright and full of energy. At least I don't have to worry about him being too down with what happened at the doctor's office. Plus, it's funny seeing his whiskers twitch as he laughs. It's just a matter of getting used to it. After doing it for years, I feel uneasy when my room gets messy. You definitely shouldn't come to my house then. A mess would probably give you a heart attack. Of all things likely to give me a heart attack, I don't think a messy house is going to be one of them. Point taken. So where's your gaming system? Alright, just a second. He walked up to his closet, opening one of the small doors on the top part. No matter how I look at it, he's too small to reach inside. He's stretching to stand up on the tip of his toes to reach. Wouldn't it be easier to grab a chair? I'm afraid he might hurt himself if he keeps doing this. You could say that reaching a closet is a very mundane activity and there's no way he can mess it up, but I've seen what kind of disasters can happen when he's involved. I'm sure something ridiculous and possibly dangerous could happen, so I prefer to take the risk. But me. He nods, walking away, giving me the space to reach into the closet. I also have to stand on my toes, but I'm actually capable of looking inside the closet and seeing what's in it. Now I can see the console in the back of the closet next to a pile of old CDs. Grabs that and proceed to pull it out, but I can feel as if I'm tugging something's become stuck. The console only moves a little, and it refuses to move anymore. Is one of the cables stuck? Try to release it. Can you hold the console for a second? I think one of the cables is stuck. Okay. He tiptoes around me to hold the console out of the closet without it falling to the floor while I work on the cable. I feel his body pressing against my sides, but I don't let it distract me. It takes a bit of feeling around inside it, but I eventually manage to grab hold of the cable. It seems to be stuck under a pile of cases? Oh, those are the games. Alright, I try to push them away. Right now the pile's on top of the cable and I can't pull it out without knocking everything down. I have to tiptoe and to try and get the good leverage, but after a little bit of pushing and some tugging, I managed to free the cable that was stuck between the CDs and the closet's back. Got it, you can get the video game down now. Jun lowers the console and gets to work on plugging it in. Alex, if you don't mind, could you get the games for me too? Sure. Grab hold of a moderately sized pile of CD cases and plop it down on the desk next to the console. Okay, good. Why don't you pick something you want to play? I don't have anything for 2 players, though. It's fine. I've already played all these games over and over. You play and I'll watch. I'm sure it'll be more fun that way. Starts fiddling with the console, double-checking that everything is in order and working properly. Why don't you pick something you like? Don't expect anything grand, though. My console is super old. Take a closer look at it, and sure enough, I recognize it. It's a Ruby 1, missing on the production almost 10 years ago. I loved this as a kid. I had many fond memories of its games. Yeah, I liked it a lot too. Like it a lot too. I haven't played it in a while though. I wouldn't mind getting an upgrade. Why don't you then? Even before I could see the look in his face, I already knew I made a mistake. We don't have the money for it. My parents are already working 2 jobs just to pay some personal bills I piled onto them the past few years. Oh. Oh no, medical bill. That's not good. I know they'd give me anything I ask, but that's exactly the problem. I don't want them to put themselves through tough times just to get me things. That's very mature, you, June. Not many guys your age are capable of thinking about others like that. It's good that you're so considerate to them. Guys my age? How old do you think I am? How would he be a senior then? He stares quizzically at me, blinking a couple of times. Why? How do I answer the question without hurting his feelings? It's just a hunch I had. June shakes his head negative. I'm 19. Seriously, dude, how did you think he was that young if he's a senior? Excuse? 19? He's older than me, no way. How can you be 19? You're still in high school. And yet, you're perfectly fine with the idea of a 15-year-old being a senior? That's exactly what I was saying. Well, it's true that it wouldn't make much sense. Did you flunk a year then? Well, there were a few personal circumstances last year that forced me to take the year off. Oh no, did you get sick or something like that? Yeah, something like that. I try saying something else, but he picks one game from the console, and quickly puts it in the console. Here, try this one. See the console logo flashing onto the screen as the system works itself into life. All this deflection. I don't like it. You shouldn't lie to people. June hands me the controller and sits in the bed facing TV. Take a seat on the bed and grab the controller. Since the bed is particularly spacious and pressed up against him. It's not uncomfortable at all, though. I see the game's logo popping up on the screen and immediately recognize it. Oh, I know this one. I'm a huge fan of the series. June immediately turns over towards me. The move is so sudden I nearly jump back. I am almost stopped by the wall that gently conks me in the head again. Really, I love this series. It's my favorite. He says, almost sparkling with unbridled excitement. Yeah, I have all the new ones at home. You do? He starts doing a few breathing exercises. He's looking like a kid trying hard not to throw a tantrum about something they really want. I can have you over, and sometimes you want to play them. Actually, scratch that. I'll need the console. Are you sure? What if I break it? Looking at how neatly organized your room is makes me doubt you might somehow break something on accident. Okay, if you're sure. Even though he's trying to act modest about it, I can see his eyes glinting with excitement. I won't lie, it makes me feel pretty good seeing how genuinely excited I can get him. I'm sure. I barely play on my own anyway. You can come to my house to pick it up anytime. Okay, thanks. With all that said, I choose to start a new game. Careful not to overwrite his save files. He has so many, and start playing. It's fun how June watches so attentively. He avoids making comments on what I'm doing and just seems to genuinely enjoy watching me play. It's also one of the rare occasions where he actually goes quiet without things immediately turn awkward, I mean. I'm surprised you play those kinds of games, Jin. How so? Well, it's just they're very story heavy. If you don't pay attention to what's going on, you get totally lost, especially with the older ones. I never really considered that. I do love these games, though. They make me want to become music composers for game company when I grow up. Composer? I thought you wanted to become a pianist. He looks away from me. I did when I was a little younger, but I'm just not suited for that kind of life. After I realized that, I was depressed for a while. Started binging games and I avoided the piano. But these games and these songs help cheer me up. I want to be a composer so I can be involved in games that can cheer people up just like they did with me. Wow, that's pretty thoughtful for coming from you. I never considered you the type to think too deep about your future. I try not to. I'm not sure what's going to happen to me down the line. It's really scary. But you also can't run away from it anymore forever. Might not be able to become a pianist anymore. But I found something else I want to do with my life. I'm happy with that. I'm glad you think this way. I'm so surprised, though. It's okay, I've had a long time to think about it, too. Neil, after saying that, he turns his eyes back to the screen and completely zones me out. I don't know if I should consider this as having extreme focus or having no focus at all. Both are troublesome. It's been so long since I had this much fun playing an old game. Lose myself down a nostalgia trip, looking at all these characters and maps I used to love, finding secrets I used to know as a kid. This game reminds me why I used to love video games so much as a kid. Completely lose track of time as I continue to play. June, sweetie, are you there? I hear a female voice come from the other side of the door. Is this his mother? Oh yeah, just a sec, I have a friend over. A friend? As soon as June opens the door, I stand up to properly greet whoever's on the other side. Somehow I don't think she'd like to see a strange person, even if it's a guy, sprawled over her son's bed when she knows her son had been here just a few moments ago. I'm greeted by the sight of a big, plump tigress with soft, gentle eyes. As soon as she locks eyes with me, she smiles. Oh, hello there, I'm June's mother, Yui Kobayashi. It's a pleasure to meet you. I bow to her. I'm Alex Michimiya. It's a pleasure to meet you too, ma'am. When I look up, I see her fawning at me. Oh, and you're so polite, too. You must be the tennis player June talked about, then. Sweet Mom. He was talking about his parents, and her mentioning it made him jump. Oh, don't be such a stick in the mud, sweetie. You look so nice. My husband is a big fan of tennis, too. I'm sure he'd love to meet you. Will you join us for dinner? Wait, Mom! I don't try to respond. She immediately grabs hold of my wrist and starts pulling me to the living room. June falls behind, too shocked to say anything. Me and her are starting to shed some light into June's boisterous personality. Once we get to the living room, I see a burly tiger sitting on a cushion watching TV. Honey, June's brought a friend over. The man shovels in his seat, trying to look at us. A friend? What are you? As his eyes follow me, he freezes. I don't think this is a good sign. He gets up, standing menacingly close to me, his eyes mere slits. You! His voice is low, almost like a growl. Something we shared on my core. Doesn't help that it looks pretty strong, and is that a police cap he's wearing? Sir? Oh no. June mutters something under his breath. My father lifts up both his arms. I instinctively cover my eyes and lift my own arms to cover my face. You're him! You're really him! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! The man wraps his arms around me and squeezes me incredibly hard. What? I'm Atsushi Kobayashi. It's such a pleasure to meet you. Oh my god, I can't believe you're actually him. It's a pleasure to meet you too, sure, but can you please let me go? You're hurting me. Oh, sorry, I got a bit excited. His laugh is so loud, I swear I can't. Okay, stuff forward. Okay, ow! He's crazy. My first instinct is to reach up and cover my ears, but I don't want to seem rude. Oh, jeez. It's that, I'm sorry, I'm a bit overwhelmed. Who am I supposed to be? Dad's a big tennis fan. He's been following your career for the past 5 years. Kept tabs on every single one of your matches. I think he even has some of them in video. Shh, you don't have to tell him. I mean, I prefer to have this told to me, otherwise I'd assume your action just now is how you treat all of your son's friends, in which case you'd come out looking even weirder. I can't believe you're actually him. My son told me about a tennis player named Alex Michimiya. I thought for sure it was just some happy coincidence. I didn't think for a second. He smacks his fist in his palm without finishing the sentence, runs to his entertainment center where he takes a VHS tape? VHS, huh? Talk about old school. Pops in the VHS player and immediately image comes up on the screen. I immediately recognize it because the one on the screen is me. This is you, and this is also you. His eyes keep going from the TV to me. He also keeps making extravagant gestures and childish excitement. When I look over to June, who's standing next to me, he looks completely horrified. Dad, please, settle down. Sorry, I guess I got too excited. It's just I can't believe Alex Michimiya is standing in my living room. What are you doing with my son? I never thought he'd be able to make friends with an athlete. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I guess every kid is embarrassed by their parents at times. It's universal. It's weird how incredibly similar he is to his parents, though. Frighteningly so. Well, Jun-kun is very fun to hang out with, even if he's a little overwhelming sometimes. Still, he's a nice guy. We like having him around. Wow, this is just wow. Well, why would you follow me anyway? I'm not even a professional player yet. I know it'd probably be much more exciting to watch professional matches. Not at all. I love seeing diamonds in the rough, and to be honest, we've never had really a talented players in Japan before. You're carrying the hopes of our nation as a player. You're certainly the best. Why wouldn't I follow you? Well, I'm not the best, not really. I can't compete with other players in the major leagues, and not even my own league. I still can't get to number 1. Tanabe is the better player. If you want to root for someone, it should be him. Kobayashi Sr. groans, rolling his eyes. Oh yes, Tanabe is technically a superior player right now, but I honestly believe you're more talented than he is. Plus, his game completely lacks passion. It's like watching a chess match. Seeing him play is so boring. You, on the other hand, always gets me on edge of my seat. Every play with you is so with anticipation. Don't hold back. You don't go for the safe option. You see what you have to do, and you go for it. June's mom places his hand on her husband's shoulder, calling his attention. Honey, I understand you're excited, but please settle down, okay? You're overwhelming our guest. Oh, right. Sorry. Thank you. By the way, honey, I've invited Michimiya-kun to have dinner with us. Would you please help me get things ready? Wait, June leans onto my ear and whispers at me. Just give up. Once someone's in her head, there's no change in her mind. She'll hold you hostage if she has to. That's very disturbing. I really hope it doesn't mean in the literal sense. Well, at least let me help then. At least help then I can cook. Such a polite young boy, but that's nonsense, sweetie. Just play along with June. Remember, June, everything's almost done. I was going to tell him dinner would be ready in a couple minutes anyway. By the way, June, honey, I stopped by that diner you liked, and I picked up some... The fuck? Okonomiyaki for dinner? I know you love it. Mom, but that place is super expensive. It's not a problem. I want to cheer you up after your... Mom, it's okay. We're going back to my room now. Bye. Before I even noticed what's happening, June started pushing back to his room. I didn't even know he could move this fast. His door is closed and locked. He lets himself slide down the floor, burying his face in his knees. Oh my god, I'm sorry you had to see that. My parents tend to be a bit much. Don't worry about it, I'm used to it already. You've given me quite a bit of a test run after all. Sorry about my dad in particular. He means well, but he tends to get way too excited about tennis. I hope it didn't creep you out. Not at all. Although I'm really not all that your dad makes me out to be. That's not true. I mean, I haven't watching tennis for all that long. I kind of stayed away from the sport just because it's embarrassing being around dad when he's like that. But I really think you're amazing. I really like watching you play. I feel like I get to see an Alex sound that I can't see anywhere else. Oh, thank you. I like seeing you play the piano, too. You're really different when you play. I like that. I am. How so? Well, you're a lot more focused when you're playing. What? That's not true. I'm always focused. This family is severely lacking in the self-awareness department. Still, you should probably get yourself ready for a barrage of questions, though. I'm sure Dad will make the dinner table conversation all about you. Really? Alright, then. What did I get myself into? Oh boy. Dinner was pleasant enough. Yui-san made a bunch of delicious side dishes to complement the okonomiyaki, I don't fucking know, which was quite fancy too, not the kind you'd find in any regular food cart. Like Jun said though, his dad hit me with questions after question about tennis. It was already hard to even with one June. Having to deal with 2 other people like him was just... I'm exhausted. Right now I'm walking back home, trying to recharge a little. Are you sure you won't get lost? I can go all the way to your house if you want. Of course, June insisted on accompanying me part way for fear that I'd get lost, even though I've lived here for years. You don't have to. Seriously, don't live about it. I live nearby anyway. Yeah. Again, sorry about my parents. I hope they didn't make you uncomfortable. They definitely did with me. No, far from it. Your parents are different, but they're really nice people. I feel a little jealous of you. Wish my family were like that. Is there anything wrong with your family? Well, my father isn't around anymore. Mom had to go back to work when we were little to be able to provide for us. First, it was really hard for us. She kept having to juggle 2 or more jobs all the time, and she'd be exhausted. She never had time for us back then. I basically raised Aki on my own. It was hard to make it work, especially because my training hours were very short when I first started playing, but we managed. Mom eventually got a well-paying job at a law firm, and things have been stable for us for a while. Still, I sometimes miss having a dad. I don't remember much about him. When I first realized I couldn't remember my dad's voice anymore, it was difficult. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know your father had left you guys. Left? I see. He misunderstood me. Well, I guess I'll let it slide. I don't want to make him upset, let alone feel good bringing it up. Nah, don't worry about it. I made peace with it a long time ago. Plus, since I always spent so much time with Aki, the two of us are very close. Not many people can boast about having such a close friendship with their brother. Yeah, it must be nice. Having a brother, I mean. I was always an only child. Mom and Dad didn't actually plan on having me. I remember my grandmother letting me slip one day that was an accident. Mom was beyond pissed with her. As far as I know, Dad got fixed after I was born so they wouldn't have to have any other vasectomy. Okay. Still, they've always taken really good care of me, and they always make me sure I have everything I need, even when that meant they didn't. Makes me feel really guilty sometimes. That's what parents do, stupid. If you really feel bad about it, then make sure you make some out of yourself. I'm sure your parents just want to see you happy. Yeah, you're right. We reach an intersection. June stops talking and follows suit. Stops walking and follows suit. He keeps staring at the ground, not saying anything. Eventually, he looks over at me, very shyly. Thanks for keeping me company. I thought I'd just spend the day feeling lonely and bored, but it turned out to be very fun. Thanks a lot, Alexon. Okay, I think I almost catch a hand of blush before he turns to look away. Brings a smile to my face. Anytime, June. If you need something from me, don't hesitate to ask. He nods. I'm gonna go back home before Mom and Dad start worrying about me. See you tomorrow, Alexon. This is actually really cute. Man. See ya. We say goodbye to each other in June. Jogs his way back home. Watches back fade from my sight, thinking about how pleasant Jay was despite everything that's happened. Oh, yeah, April 11th, Tuesday. Oh my god. Okay, I need to stop here. Um, this is obviously going to be shorter than the other ones, but I'm not. It's 11:23 now. It's 11:23 now, so that's something. Um,